Hey, everybody, we're going to talk today about marketing that works, like a big marketing plan that's going to really work for any business and the fundamentals of how to make sure that you get real results. So let's get started. So let's first talk about why marketing fails. Marketing fails for a couple reasons. There's two big reasons. Number one is there's enough, not enough marketing. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but you're just not doing enough. There's really two things you can do for marketing: put money in and put time in. So you put labor in. If you're a one-person show in your business, you can do a lot of legwork. If you don't have a lot of money, you can beat the streets and do a lot of grassroots activities. Or if you do have some money, you can invest some money. Most businesses have to do quite a bit of both. So you can put money or time in to do some marketing. Most of the time, that's what's going on is people try to do one marketing activity and they don't do it at a high enough volume. So that's something that happens that makes it fail. The second thing that can happen is it's not done right. So somebody's putting a lot of time and or money into their marketing, but they're not effective in it. And, look, this is very common in entrepreneurial businesses. You spend the time learning to be a baker, or you spend the time learning to make wine, or you spend the time learning to be a martial artist, or you spend the time learning to be a lawyer, or whatever business you're in. You spend a lot of time learning to be the expert at what you do. Most of the time, you don't spend an equal amount of time learning to be a good marketer. So that's kind of where we come in at Rev Marketing and why we offer the things we do that are on this page. Because you don't have the expertise to do the marketing that way, a lot of times people outsource it. But the other problem is that when you do outsource your marketing, it's hard to outsource it when you're not the expert in a good way. So we're going to talk about how to get a good enough marketing plan together so you can know enough to outsource your marketing properly and or do it yourself properly. So we're going to make sure we know how to do enough of it and to make sure it's done right. Okay, so let's look at the solution. The solution is, this is my kid. Not my kid is not the solution. I would hire him out to everybody, but he doesn't work that hard, so you probably don't want him. The solution is this other thing right here, the Parthenon. And I stole this from a guy named Jay Abraham. Actually, I stole it from a guy named Stephen Oliver, who's an expert in the martial arts business. And he stole it from a guy named Jay Abraham. And what the idea is see, this Parthenon has lots and lots. This is from Greece. And we were looking at the British Museum where they had pieces of this Parthenon, and it's got lots and lots of different pillars holding up the roof. And the idea is when you're doing marketing, there needs to be enough different marketing activities going on so that if any one of them doesn't work, if any of these pillars broke, the roof would still stay up. So that's what we need to create, is a marketing Parthenon, enough things happening so that your business can be successful, so that hopefully all of them work really well and are effective. But inevitably what's going to happen is one or two of them aren't going to work. Famous circus guy, P.T. Barnum, said that only 20% of my marketing's working. Out of all my marketing, only 20% of it's working. I just don't know what 20% of it is. 20% it is. So the marketing Parthenon, what would it be for you? Let's talk about this pyramid first. And if you watch one of my earlier podcasts, we talked about the marketing pyramid. Usually the first part of the Parthenon is that we have to be able to have a good website. In the old days, this was the yellow pages, or it was having your business on the right corner. That was the most fundamental piece of your marketing. And if you didn't have that done right, then all of your other marketing would fail. The reason this is important is if you go out and even beat the streets and hand out flyers, or you did a TV ad, people will still, in a lot of, even if the ad had, a phone number or a response mechanism, some other way for them to contact you that wasn't your website, many people will still look you up. It's so easy for them to use their phone or another device to look you up and find out about you. So your website is going to be the most fundamental part of this marketing Parthenon, to have enough things going on. The next thing is to have both online and offline things going on. Really frequently we see nowadays is that people are completely one or completely the other. And a lot of times we see too much focus only on online. People are only doing emails. They're only doing Facebook advertising, and maybe their website's terrible. And we had a whole nother podcast about how to fix that. But their website may not be good, and they're doing Facebook advertising. And maybe right now you're doing great with that. The problem is that, Mark Zuckerberg just got pulled into Congress about privacy issues, and maybe Facebook won't work as well because they won't be able to target certain demographics that you need. So it could be, if Congress passes a law, all your marketing that you're doing a great job with on Facebook will go away a week from now. It could be that you'll have another problem with a different type of marketing you use. So again, we need to have enough marketing things happening, and we tend to have people that just focus on one side of this pyramid. You need to have activities going on in both. So this helps you determine all the different things that you need to have in your marketing Parthenon. So we'll talk about a few. For the time today, we can't design your whole marketing plan, but if you think about this idea, you can help get to 20 or 30 things in your overall marketing plan, and make sure you don't leave anything out. If it's all online, or if it's all offline, or you're just living off your website, that's not going to be a very healthy strategy. Okay. This looks like I'm sharing some lungs. So we're going to fix that with our screen share here. So again, building your Parthenon. So what do we have to do, as I just mentioned, is number one, make sure that your website's fixed. We have a whole podcast about that you can look at. And on this page, there's a link you can click so we can do an evaluation of your website and your overall online marketing plan. We can also help you with the next things here, which is your online marketing. So what should you do online? Most of the time, people should probably look at doing some Google AdWords. And very often I find that people say to me, well, yeah, I tried that and it didn't work. Well, a couple problems with that. One is, if you did it yourself, and Google's really good at asking you to do AdWords yourself. They send you, as soon as you have a Google map location and you claimed your Google My Business account, and I hope you've done that. That's another thing that you should make sure you've done. They'll send you a $100 free coupon saying, we'll give you some AdWords credit. And you set up an AdWords account and you they help you set up your ads and everything. They seem like they're very helpful. Well, here's the problem. To be good at doing AdWords, it's kind of a full-time job. To be an expert at this, again, you're an entrepreneur, you're an expert lawyer, an expert winemaker, an expert martial artist, an expert gunsmith, an expert at your business. So you probably don't have the time to spend to be an expert at Google AdWords. So that might have been problem number one. The other problem is, if the website wasn't very good, then you might have sent a lot of traffic to your website, but it didn't convert. So that's a big reason why AdWords may not have worked. So this is probably a good place to start. AdWords is kind of the yellow pages of the internet. It's the situation where if you pay more money, you show more prominently when people are Googling and searching for you. So this is one you can use. Facebook is another option for some paid advertising. You should also be posting content, and that is related to your website as well. And we could probably go on and have another course. And if we do a longer podcast just on online marketing, we'll list a lot more. These are some main ones that you should be thinking about. Make sure that there's some content increase and organic marketing as well. Rev marketing is really an expert at doing organic marketing. What organic marketing could be is visual images posted all over the internet. You can see a lot of our clients are, swamp the internet in their target market with images, with video, and all kinds of content that goes all over the place. So there's a lot of other things that can go through online. The next one would be offline marketing. So what can we do offline? A lot of people have abandoned direct mail, but direct mail can work really well, especially if it's to targeted markets. So it doesn't just mean buy a list of targeted markets. It could be a list of people that have responded to some of your other marketing, to some of your online marketing, and then they get into a direct mail campaign. It could be direct mail to really narrow niches of targeted marketing that you do buy. There's all kinds of ways to use direct mail. Offline can be sometimes things that are old traditional advertising work. Sometimes TV works, sometimes radio works. Again, it depends on your particular business. So a lot of the people that we work with, those kind of advertisements don't work, but we don't want to leave them off the list. Usually business to business advertising works really well. And that doesn't mean, even if you're in a consumer retail type business, working with other businesses and making sure you build cooperative relationships, that kind of marketing works really, really well. Usually works like gangbusters, and it's a win-win situation for two different businesses. So we could go on and on and on. And for our time today, we don't have time to get your 20 to 30 things on your marketing plan. What we can do though is click the link on the page here or contact us at revmarketingtoyou.com, and we'll set up a time to build this out for you so we can help you build your Parthenon and get enough of a marketing plan together so that all of this adds up to your business thriving, to get enough clients, customers, members, or leads so that you can get enough of a flow in. You really need to have a flood of business so that you can be comfortable and have a healthy business. If the challenge in your business is you're barely getting by with the marketing that you have, then it's just not healthy. It's going to be stressful all the time. What's not stressful is have enough of a flood of business that you're able to filter that business potentially or charge a higher rate. That's going to make you happier and more successful and be able to grow if that's what you want, or increase your income if that's what you want, or retire if that's what you want. Okay, so again, you can click on the link or get to us at revmarketingtoyou.com, and we'll be happy to work with you on building out your Parthenon or anything that you need in this area. Okay, hope you had a great day, and I hope you continue to have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon.